Well, the Cambium Networks community has been online now for just about 5 years. And in that time, we've accrued 35,000 members. Those are registered members from around the world. And these are network operators, business operators, resellers, things like that. We currently have about 100,000 posts of information of people sharing their views and ideas. And roughly, we have about 30,000 page views per week. And over the 5 years, that will be about 7 million page views that we've currently got. Now, the posts that are on the community are visible to anybody. They're out there in the open on the internet. But in order to make a post and to publish something, either share your ideas or post a photograph or a video link, something like that, you must be a member to join. And membership is free to the community. So it's really a great place to share ideas. So before we dive into the details, I'll just talk about what the community is and what the community is not. So what the community is a place where all people are welcome. We do have some high school students who are just trying to understand the technology for the first time. We have some high school club instructors who are sponsors to understand about wireless broadband. Obviously, we have network operators, both service providers from around the world and also private network operators and enterprise or folks like that. And the conversation on the community is about all things wireless. So we can talk about just about Wi-Fi, we can talk about outdoor Wi-Fi, point-to-point long-range backhaul, we can talk licensed and unlicensed, we can talk the LTE standard or proprietary, and all those discussions are fair game. People also share their best practices. So for example, even though the installation guide may have a lot of detail to help you, sometimes it's more valuable to have somebody who's already been it and done there to share a photograph of exactly how they've done something. You can share photos, you can ask questions for help online, and you can get help from other network operators, and share your experiences, both good and bad. We have a lot of fans on the Cambium community. But I think it's very important that we share the honest and transparent truth of what's going on in the network. Because if there's something people like, everybody should know about it. If there's something people don't like, we should know the details so that we can actually engineer a change and design an improvement to our products. And we've done that in the past. Part of what we also have is an ideas location where people can share their ideas for what should be developed next. And we'll dive a little bit into that. So that's what the community is. What the community is not, no, we don't talk politics. If you want to talk politics, you're welcome to do that somewhere else. There are plenty of other places you could do that. We don't talk about movies, we don't talk about cats or share pictures or videos of cats or sports or anything like that. What we really want to do is make sure that our conversation is about wireless broadband and helps people to create better wireless broadband around the world. There's no bullying or name calling. And if somebody does that to you on the community, I'm the community manager. Just drop me an instant message, I'll take care of it. We also don't have a lot of commercial posts. So if you've got some used equipment to sell, or if you've got some other service that you offer, we try and discourage that. And also no spam. We do have filters that watch for all that, and we try and keep everything clean. And the result is that people find, and I've gotten a number of emails over the years to say, look, I just want to talk wireless broadband. This is a great place to be because you can ask questions, you can answer questions, you can chip in on your experiences. So let's get started. If you take a look at the home page of the community, obviously the location is community.cambiumnetworks.com, what you'll see is we have a number of forums. That's where we can talk about individual products, services. We can talk about markets and applications. We have a location for your stories. So if you want to post a video or a photograph of what you're doing, that's the place to go. You can share ideas right there next to the ideas icon. We also have a knowledge base. And the interesting thing about the knowledge base is that the only people that can post to the knowledge base are Cambium Networks folks. Now, there's a lot of information that you can get on the internet, and crowdsourcing is a great way to get information. But the knowledge base is the location where you can find the word of Cambium Networks. So for example, if you're looking for a support issue, or if you have a support problem and you say, you know, do I cut the blue wire or do I cut the red wire? If you go on the forums, you'll see all sorts of information there, and a lot of it is correct. If you go to the knowledge base, that is the word of our support organization that says, hey, the blue wire. So you might want to just consider that. Also, we have a location where you can take a look at events. Now, obviously, a lot of events these days have just kind of gone by the boards, but we also have virtual events, or you can look at some videos that were taped at some of the recent events from last year before the shutdown occurred. You can also take a look at the information by looking at different technologies. So for example, if you want to follow CBRS in the United States, video surveillance, Wi-Fi 6 and the new products, the new standards, or 60 gigahertz, you can just click right to those discussions. We also have locations that are focused on individual solutions, whether that's education, hospitality, or wireless service providers. Then down below, there's a location where you can click on a current product platform. You can dive into the details on any individual product that you're looking for. So we've tried to make it very easy to just point and click and go to exactly where you want to go. In addition to that, we are featuring some of the latest videos on the homepage of the community, and we will continue to rotate those as we go forward. So you'll be able to see what's the latest video that we've got. We also have some announcements. So for example, if you want to share your views on CN Maestro, you can click right there. We currently have a promotion running where you can get a Visa gift card for a $25 gift card just for sharing your ideas or your feedback. If you want to click straight to the Xeris location, you can do that. If you want to find out what's the latest webinar, you can click right there. And then also you can look at details on enterprise switching. And we'll roll those announcements in and out, and there's a few that I'll talk about before the end of the webinar. What you can also do from the homepage of the community is take a look at what's the latest topics that are going on. We have a welcome board where you can find all the webinars, all the webinar replays are there. If you're looking for guidelines on how to use the community, you'll find it there. There's also a tutorial that kind of walks you through exactly how to create a post, how to respond to a post, how to link to a video, and how to share an excerpt from a post. Then also you could see another way to get to all of our products. Or on the right-hand side of the screen, what you'll see is there's some of the latest posts. What are people talking about? And you'll see there's an icon next to each person. Some folks have put in their photograph, and that's something that you can easily do once you become a member. Or you can take a look at some of the topics that are hot. So for example, in this case, this was taken yesterday. There's a GPS issue on 4.5.4 software on EPMP 3000. Path profiling, there's a question about that. Monitoring ratio on GPS synchronization. They failed export on, I believe that's EPMP, and then Wi-Fi AP problems. So if you've had a problem like this is a great way to try and figure out, see what other folks have done, or if you can help somebody and say, you know, I know exactly what's going on there. Here's what worked for me. We'd appreciate that. Once you click into the products, if you go to the product highlights, we have we can show the top 3 posts on each of the individual products. So if you say, oh, I don't have just one product in my network, I have a number of products, you can just go to this product page, and what it'll show you is the top 3 posts for each of the products so that you can kind of jump into what's hot and what's being talked about. And so, for example, we have also not only CN Archer and CN Heat, EPMP, Link Planner, Management Systems, PMP, and our PMP beta. So if you're involved in a beta test of a particular product, the community is the place where you can find a closed discussion for just people that are involved in that beta test. And you can share your feedback, your results, and your suggestions there. Probably most important on where we'd like to see more activity is in the ideas section. Now, an idea is a place where your vote will count on how we take a look at what's going on with products. So you can propose an idea for development, and in order to propose, you must be a member. It doesn't cost anything to join. And what we ask is that you be specific, add some details, state the reason that you want something changed, and what would be the business benefit. The reason that we do that is whenever our product managers are going into a cycle of either hardware or software development, what they will do is scan through all the ideas from the community, because if they're opening up a piece of hardware or if they're opening up a module of software, it may be not very easy, but it may be just a simple effort to make a change that somebody's requested. Now, obviously, we'll look at all requests, but the way that we can find the ones that are most important to our community members is by voting. So you can vote for an idea. Again, you must be a member to vote, and membership is free. But the number of votes that's just done by one click of your finger will actually increase the priority that the product management team does a review for it. So, for example, here's one idea that came in on elevating MikroTik LHG products. Now, that came in some time ago. Currently, there were no votes that upvoted that particular feature. So, what would probably be a great thing is if you could just take a few minutes of your time, go to the ideas section, take a look at some of the ideas that people are putting in. You can certainly vote them up. You can comment and say, you know, here's a better way to do it, or here's a different way to do it, or here's why we wouldn't want to do it, and just engage in that level of conversation, because that makes us all better. That makes network operators operate their networks at higher capacity and capability. It helps our engineers, even in the time when we can't get out and travel, to understand things from your perspective. And that helps us design better products. One other area of the community is your particular profile. So when you join the community, you get a profile so that you can tag and flag all of your comments and activities. I encourage you to upload a picture. I uploaded my picture back when I was younger. And some people use icons. That's absolutely fine. Some people use their company logos. Also absolutely fine. But when you go to your profile, what you can see are any instant messages that people have posted to you, any notifications about the system, and also any badges that you've earned. Now, badges is just a way to track who is participating at different levels of the community. So for example, if you get a badge for each time you respond to a post, there's a badge for responding a number of times to a post. And so for example, you'll find that in the 5 years that we've had the community, some people have more than 1,000 posts. And the reason that we want to badge that is that as you're looking at information on the community, it may be helpful to find, to take a look at responses from people that have more than 1,000 posts a little bit differently from somebody who has maybe 1 or 2. Not to say that either one is necessarily correct, but it just might give you some perspective and additional information on the source of the information that you're using. So before you go and cut the blue wire or something like that, you might want to check out exactly who's saying you should. And you can also not only post a response on the community, but you can instant message them as well. So some notable things that are going on for this week on the community. Right now, if you do a Gartner peer review, you will get a $25 Visa gift card, and that runs through the end of August. Oh my gosh, it's this week. So we have separate areas where you can share your views on CN Pilot, CN Maestro management system, our CN Matrix switches, our Xeris access points, and also our XMS Xeris management system. Now, if you write a review on CN Pilot, you could be eligible, or you would get the $25 gift card so long as you fill in the information properly. If you go back and also do a review on CN Maestro, you can get another $25 Visa gift card, so long as Gartner says that you meet their requirements. Now, how can you find out where to do this and where to go? All you need to do is just go to the search panel at the top of the community. And as you can see there in the top screen, all I typed in was the word Gartner. And if you type in Gartner CN Pilot or Gartner CN Maestro, it will take you right to the post. It gives you the link, and you can go away and I'll be off and running on the Gartner site to do your review. Each review probably takes maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and you'll find that a number of people have done them. We certainly appreciate your feedback. Another area of feedback would be the WISP survey that we've run. This will be our 4th year that we're doing it. Certainly we appreciate it. Right now we have more than 419 responses on the WISP survey. We'd like to get it up over 500 again by the end of the month. This one is about 40 questions about what it is to be a WISP, and we are taking all the WISP responses from around the world. We'll be producing a report and publishing results soon. So if you want to find out where that is, all you have to do is just type in 2020 WISP. You could type in 2020 WISP survey if you want. That'll get you to the same place, and it will take you right to that post as well. So I welcome you to participate in the community. Try and get as much as you can out of it, and enjoy a place where you can go to kind of shut out the noise, because there's an awful lot of noise about COVID, politics, sports, cats, and everything else. So if you're looking for a place to talk about all things wireless, this is the place to go. So if you do have any questions, please post them in the question and answer dialog box. And I see we've got one. And Michael is asking, what's the best way to get training on Link Planner, CN Heat, or CN Maestro? If you go to our website, I believe under training, you can find that the training classes are all available there. You can download those training classes or participate in those training classes, because people are not going to in-person training, but it's a great place where you can get information, get up to speed on Link Planner. In addition, if you have a specific question about Link Planner or CN Heat, CN Maestro, things like that, you can certainly post them into the appropriate areas on the community, and we'll be glad to share that information that'll get you going. Well, I don't see any other questions in the dialogue box, so thank you very much for your time today, and I look forward to seeing you on the community. Thanks, everyone.